Question for you, Brent. What was the most difficult period? Example, the first 7 years. So I would say the most difficult period was the first 6 months following the significant energetic explosion of Kundalini rising, Kundalini awakening. Throughout my journey, I was having, I guess you could say, an active Kundalini, but not a fully awakened Kundalini. After the full awakening happened, which quite literally there was an explosion of energy or Shakti up my spine from the root to the top of my head. The following 6 months were, you could call the dark night of the soul. They were a period of intense purging and purification, lots of crying, lots of just vomiting and feeling confused and lost and all sorts of emotions, nightmares. It was just nonstop for the first 3 months. And then the latter 3 months began to sort of gradually get a little bit better. So that was the most difficult period for me. I had a pretty intense awakening at that time. And typically, the more intense and sudden your awakening, the more difficult the fallout period after is. So I had an experience that I would say is, in one moment, it was equal to 6 months of torture. It was so incredible, this awakening, the explosion up my spine and the transcendence and the orgasmic experience was so incredible that it was equal to 6 months of torture that followed, if that makes sense. So it's kind of like it balanced out. So some would say, I never had an explosion up my spine. That sounds amazing. I want that. Yeah, but it may come with a period of very intense integration that follows, which can be quite difficult. So something to keep in mind.